Does anybody remember when the Columbus Blue Jackets really tried to make neon green a thing on their original uniforms? They have gone in a much more boring direction since, and frankly, I think it's time for that to come back. Hello, everybody. My name is Lachlan, and I am writing the Stanchies for today's game between the Vancouver Canucks and the Columbus Blue Jackets. Two teams at the bottom of their conference fighting for relevance. Actually, you know what? That's not really fair to say about the Blue Jackets because they're actually 10 points ahead of the Canucks in the whole league standing. So they're actually doing a whole lot better overall. You wouldn't know that by the way the Blue Jackets have been in the news this week, specifically firing their coach, Dean Evison, and replacing him with someone we're all very familiar with, Rick Bowness, who used to be the assistant coach here in Vancouver back during their magical 2011 Cup run under Alain Vigneault. Everybody loves Bones. He's a coach that has gotten so many opportunities just by being one of the most, likable coaches in the league. There's a reason teams are always jumping over themselves to hire him and give him an opportunity. And it's because he loves to coach and he is willing to take on any project just to do what he loves. And I think that's very admirable. Bowness has already won his first game as head coach of the Jackets, a 5-3 win over the Calgary Flames. And you know as well as I do that whenever a team gets a new coach, they always get a new coach boost in the standings, at least if they replace a guy midway through the season. The Canucks have done that plenty of times, whether it was Bruce Boudreau, Rick Tocchet. There's always a bit of a bounce right after hiring that brand new head coach. The players are fired up to play for this new bench boss, and they put their best foot forward. And that's going to be the case here tonight for the Canucks. They're playing against a Blue Jackets team that has had their coach for only one game, and they are looking to impress for the rest of the season. Some players haven't necessarily needed to step up more. Defenseman Zach Werenski is having another great season. He has 50 points and 17 goals this season in Columbus. Clearly, his shot is going to be something that the Canucks need to watch out for, and Kevin Lankinen especially in goal. Lankinen's coming off a game where he let in 2 goals from distance from the blue line. So giving Werenski time and space is obviously something the Canucks are going to make primary target number 1. They're going to make sure that they don't give him room to get any shots through, or if he does, it's going to have to be through heavy traffic in front of the net. The Blue Jackets offense beyond Werenski, specifically the forwards, it is a much more balanced scoring structure. A lot of guys, there isn't necessarily too many players who are fully leading the charge. It does seem to be a scoring by committee approach, more or less. Kirill Marchenko has 16 goals, 38 points. Dmitry Voronkov has 16 goals, 30 points. You go down the list of Adam Fantilli, Charlie Coyle, Boone Jenner, Sean Monahan has 22 points this season. Cole Sillinger only has 20 points in 45 games, but he is on pace for a career season, his best coming last year with 33. You might remember, I've already done a Stanchies for a Canucks Blue Jackets game this season. That was the game back in November where we went outside and talked about if the Canucks were bad. And, oh God, we did not know what was coming next, did we? The Canucks have made a few changes from their game against Ottawa. It looks like Tom Wielander is going to jump back into the lineup. He'll be playing on a pair with Victor Mancini. And it looks like the Canucks will be scratching Nils Höglander in this game because, reasons, I guess. He hasn't played particularly well, but, I mean, let's be real here. There's a lot of Canucks veterans who I would scratch ahead of Nils Höglander, but I'm not the coach. I don't get to make those decisions. Sportsnet's Dan Murphy, who has the lines in Columbus for Morning Skate, has Brock Besser playing on a line with Max Sasson and Drew O'Connor, which maybe will hopefully shake him out of that 21-game scoring drought he's been on. The Canucks will be facing a man they love to face, which is Elvis Merzlikins. He has really struggled. I was a big Elvis Merzlikins booster back in the day. He's really struggled of late, but he has some incredible job security in Columbus, and the real key to beating him is frankly just getting in his kitchen. That should give you more opportunities to score. He runs a bit hot. Park a body in front and find out what happens. We'll see. Now, one thing we all know about Columbus Blue Jackets lore is that they have a cannon inside Nationwide Arena that makes a loud boom every time the Blue Jackets score or when they hit the ice for the first time at the beginning of the game. Last night, I went to go to Vancouver's own version of that, the 9 o'clock gun in Stanley Park. Instead, I didn't end up doing that because it was way too foggy to get any sort of good footage. So I decided to hold that for another day. I wanted to go through what the players on the ice will have to go through when the Blue Jackets score. I want to be prepared for that feeling. So let's look at a video here. This is from WBNS 10 TV in Columbus, a local Columbus station.
It started as a spark.
I like hearing the stories of other people getting scared for sure.
With a former coach lighting the fuse.
His exact words were, "Holy bleep,
Get that thing here right now.
A nationwide search to find what is now the heart of Nationwide Arena.
So we fly into St. Louis, and we find this guy who makes Civil War cannon replicas in his garage.
And one test of the cannon told their ears all they need to know.
And then he fires it with cannon powder, and every filling in my mouth shattered. It was that loud, and it was that impressive.
The cannon makes the moment, but it doesn't actually make the noise.
Up in the rafters, there is a large concussion charge that goes off. So for those about to rock, fire, flash, boom at the same time, and it makes the illusion of a cannon firing.
Wait, it's not a real cannon? Wait, the thing doesn't make the noise? That's diabolical. I thought this whole time it was the cannon. So the cannon just shoots out sparklers, basically, or like, I don't know, some sort of like dust thing. I thought it was also making the noise. No, it's something in the rafters making the noise. I mean, I guess that when you think about it, yeah, that makes perfect sense. That illusion just completely shattered in my head. I'm so sad. Well, that makes the 9 o'clock gun in Vancouver even better because it actually makes a noise. So score one Vancouver over Columbus, I guess. With that, thank you guys so much for watching. Please click like if you enjoyed the video. Make sure to subscribe. We reached 100 subscribers this week, and I'm so appreciative of every single one of you for making that possible. I also have a brand new channel called LITC Clips where I take video rinkside. I forgot to plug this over the last week, where I take interview clips from my time covering the Vancouver Golden Eyes. Be sure to subscribe to that if you want to get more Golden Eyes interviews and scrums with the players. And make sure to tune into CanucksArmy.com tonight for the Stanchies after the Canucks and the Blue Jackets at 4 p.m. Pacific. See you there.